And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we interrupt our afternoon for severe weather. What we've got now, just issued from the National Weather Service a few moments ago, we've actually got two tornado warnings in the edge of Alabama. Now, if you look around in the Meridian area, not as much rain occurring for us at this time, but right across that state line is a different story. Let's switch to radar this afternoon and take a look at what we've got happening now. We'll start here in Livingston, Alabama. This is to the northeast of the Meridian area, if you follow 20 in, around Epps. Now, what the National Weather Service tells us, this is until 4:30 this afternoon. The National Weather Service in Birmingham issued this tornado warning for Sumter County, Alabama, and west central Alabama until 4:30. A few moments ago, the National Weather Service indicated a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado that was located over Livingston, moving to the north at 30 miles an hour. The source is it's radar indicated. So again, radar indicated does not mean that it is on the ground. It just means that this thunderstorm can and could produce a tornado that could touch down. Again, at this moment, it's radar indicated. Flying debris is with this storm. Don't be caught without shelter. If you are in this, make sure that around Livingston, all these areas, and we'll go in on radar here in just a moment and dig into this of the areas that need to seek shelter. But if you're in Sumter County, anywhere near Livingston, Alabama, Epps, Alabama, seek shelter now. This should be near Livingston, Gainesville, Epps, and the University of West Alabama. So if you're anywhere in these vicinities that I just mentioned, seek shelter now. Go to your safe place and do that. Now, here's what we've got. I'm showing it on radar just to the north of Livingston at this point, this thunderstorm that is capable of this. Epps, Alabama, on the both sides of I-59, it looks to be worse on the western side of 59 if you're in here between Livingston and Bowlagee. Let's dig into this and take a look at what we've got here. McCainville, if you live in, this is just north again of Livingston. Anywhere here on DeMarcus Drive, Martin Luther King Highway here, near Parker, severe weather. We're looking at this area here that, again, is just to the west of 59 that most likely contains this. Now, if you look at this, we don't have a particular storm pattern to say is moving here at 20 miles an hour. This is a radar indicated, which means, again, it's one of those where you can't pinpoint, but we know it's in this area right along in here that it is capable of producing and dropping down out of the sky. Again, doesn't mean that it is. I know this includes all the area of Epps and these areas here along 2059. Seek shelter now if you between Livingston and Bowlagee. Now let's back out here. We've got another tornado warning that was issued up here just north of here, and it has expired now. There was one here just to the east of on the east side of the county that has expired. This has roughly 16 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. So let's go back since this other one has expired and dig into this and get closer on this so everybody will know where it is and what it's doing. Again, this is our Livingston, Alabama side. Sumter County, Alabama is where we're looking at, and this is fastly closing in on Epps. So if you're anywhere near Epps, Alabama, take shelter now. Gainesville, you're also in the eye of this. This cuts right across Gainesville and due east of Gainesville there if we look at this. Now, let's start where the storm is now, just north of McCainville as we go down 59 here. Again, the worst of this storm is just to the west of Epps. Here's where Epps sits. This is where the 4-lane is, right here, there at the Epps exit. Everything west of there, be careful, be prepared for whatever this brings. And again, this can cut right across and go northeasterly through here, and that's what it is looking like it is doing. This goes all the way to Gainesville. Now let's look at our roads here of where we need to be concerned. This is Martin Luther Jr. King Highway on the east side of 2059. As we dig deeper into this, we cut across, and this is Sumterville right here. Let's update here, get a hard reboot, and see that, make sure that we've got the absolute latest that's going on with this storm. Sumterville sits here. As we come across here, let me get this to where this is working good and turn this back on. Sumterville right through here, all of this area here, 2059. This is going to be County Road 20 coming out of Sumterville. If you live east of Sumterville, between there and the Epps exit on 59, seek shelter now as we go north here, and we follow this as County Road 20. We go up through here, Hayes Ferry Road, if you live in there. Hodge Dial Road, right there, Hodges Dial Road. Go to your safe place now. This is not the time to think about it. Seek shelter now. Again, tornado warning. It's only 14 minutes remaining on this, but a lot can happen in these times during this 14 minutes as it comes across. Now, again, as we look at this, it does look like it's losing intensity. The worst of this is right in this area, just due south of Gainesville at this time. Y'all might can feel some slight showers coming in on Gainesville now as it makes its way across. Again, Bologee west of there, Bologee is not in the warned area at this point. Let's look at some more of our roads that are in this. And we were here at Hodge Dowles Road a few moments ago, right there. That is where the front end of this storm is coming across right now. As we go up, this is going to be County Road 21. If you live on County Road 24, you need to get to your safe place as well right now. This road that cuts across here in between the two, and I'm not getting a name on this one here. This is County Road 21. This is Federation Road is what this is right here, and I might can get a name out here. County Road 21. And I'm not getting a name on this. In my place, this is not a known road. I'm sure it's got one, but I just don't have it. Further north of there, Williams Road and Hodges Place Road. If you're in this, you are in the warned area where this will come across. This area here on County Road 21 where Antioch Church is. This is in the warned area. Again, tornado warning until 4:30. As we come up on the Swillis Road there, Swillis Bend. That's before you get into right here at Gainesville, Alabama, these areas here. Now, it won't make it to Crawford Park. That's not in the warned area, but this area here, now this is dumping buckets of rain right through here. And again, we've got this until 4:30 this afternoon. Everything that is due west over here, Epps, you are in this warned area. But again, I see everything on radar just across the interstate there on the west side of the interstate. And this will go up, and let's go to our corner here, up to Miller. As you go up Bologee Street here to the Miller community, then we'll go northeasterly across here. These areas here of County Road 21, Cedar Hill Drive. You are in the warned area there as we come up north of here. And again, this area here is just south of Gainesville. Here's Gainesville here. Gainesville is the cutoff of the warned area for the tornado at this point as it makes its way across here. 418, 417. Let's do another update and see what we've got to make sure that we hadn't had anything new dealing with this. As you will notice, as we keep looking at this radar here, this is where the worst of this storm is. The outer of it, the northern edge of the storm as it makes across is losing its punch. And just the eye of the storm at this point remains the worst of what we've got. Again, here's Epps, Alabama. It's just across the interstate there of where this is. As we follow this, County Road 20 starting here, County Road 20 going north. Again, we get up here and we're going to look at Hayes Ferry Road if you live there, Hodges Dowell Road. That is right where the eye of this is in between here, and there's a bunch of farmland in here. I've been through there many times, and that's what we've got. Take cover in this County Road 24 over to County Road 21, and again, that is Federation Road is what we're looking at. We have roughly 10 minutes remaining on the tornado warning that is making its way across here. Now, let's back out and make sure that we hadn't gotten anything new in the tornado warning has been issued. We've already got that. All right, let's back up and make sure we don't have anything new. As we look at this, Mobile and Pensacola's got some stuff coming in. Shower activity out to the west of Jackson. This just really did not make a fuss before it made it over to the Alabama state line this afternoon. All of a sudden, that thunderstorm turned violent quickly. And again, we could see this type of stuff. We don't see a lot on radar, but it is capable of this through about 10 p.m. tonight as we watch all this. We've got showers all around Starkville. We've got this around Columbus areas also as well with this. Again, we look at this and we come in. We're still showing that same area there. That's 419, 421. Let's update again. And as we zoom back in on this, Let's go in here, and it is, as you notice right there, as that yellow, this red is starting to fade down some, which is great news. 9 minutes remaining on it now. But it is still buckets of rain heavy, and this is a radar indicated. When we say radar indicated, it means that it could drop down. It doesn't mean that one is on the ground at this point. And all that we're showing at this point is that it is radar indicated. But a violent, heavy, lot of rain coming right through here at this point, making its way. And it's just going to go just due to the southeast of Gainesville and keep going up here through Crawford Fork. Y'all are going to get a lot of this rain here. New Mount Hebron, expect rain here in the next few moments. Gainesville on the edges there about where the Nathan Bedford Forest statue is about where this rain is going to come through this area here and keep going northeasterly out of here. As we look at this again, if you live in this area, carry your phone, get to your safe place, stay there. I know it's 9 minutes remaining on this, but we still got a tornado warning issued. We want to use it for everything that it's worth. Take your shelter now here in Livingston, Alabama. Now, this started out, this has traveled a few miles since it started. It started here at Livingston when it first fired off, and it's traveled maybe, about 10 to 12 miles now up through here as it's making its way and just slowly dying out. We've got 8 minutes remaining on it now. As we look out to the west here, there's nothing that is coming behind this. So once it passes, it's over. We've got some light showers showing up here around DeKalb, down Highway 39. Nothing to the extreme that is occurring here. And again, a large portion of this area that is getting rain, and let's go back in on this, is going to be a bunch of farmland. As y'all have been through here many, many times and seen this. This is County Road 21, and we go up here through that Federation Road. It's still pouring down there. Right there, Federation. As we go on up, we'll follow that, and all the way over here to Hodges Place. This is just where it's making its way through here. It starts right here. The backside of the storm where it's located now is going to be right there on Hayes Ferry Road. We travel north. We're going to cross several roads through there. Hodges Dow Road, and it's mostly on the east end of this road here. As we look at this, here's Sumterville right here. This is going to follow right through there. Livingston just right outside of there where that split is and go due north there. It's past the Epps area at this point. Just past that intersection there where it is there where you'd get off to go to Epps. On the east side of 59, that is cleared, and we're watching this on the northern side of this as it skirts its way right around the Gainesville area. If you'll look at this, as we zoom into Gainesville, Alabama, if you're anywhere in there, McKee Street, y'all be prepared for this. Harris Drive also is into Coghlan Hill, right through there in the Gainesville area in there. And this is going to be where the Gainesville Head Start is, sits right here. It's going to come right through there. We've got rain there. Just to the east of there, it's a little bit worse. Washington Street, Yankee Street up through here. We've got some light showers, but just to the east, over here by the bridge, is where the worst of the weather is as it comes across here. Roughly 6 minutes remaining on this tornado warning that is in Livingston, Alabama. And if you're there, feel more than welcome to post something so we will know what is happening there on that east side in Alabama. Let's see here. We've got some folks watching from Hickory. We appreciate that. As we go down through here watching, making sure we didn't have any reports that were coming in there. As we look at this, you see the colors here that are starting to change. And let me show you how this works here. I've looked at them so much that I pretty much know this. As we get into these rains, if you'll see here in the top portion of the screen here, that blue is just barely coming. And the deeper red you get, the heavier it is. And then when you get to that black and you get a white spot that we're in, it would be the absolute top scale of what this is. So this is extremely heavy rain that we've got here. But we are starting to show that this is breaking up here with these areas here where it's turning yellow once again. So that is good. As we go to the south end of this storm, let's go, we'll walk it. We've got 5 minutes to watch this thing. It doesn't look like that it will be extended at this point. We hope not. Again, Hayes Ferry Road just barely now Hodges Dow Road. If you live right there at the intersection of this driveway right here, you're getting a lot of rain still. It's moving across there. The worst is past you now as you go up further north here, and this is going to be the county road. What is this? County Road 24 here, right there. And we've got a road that cuts across there to County Road 21 in the center of this. And as we move further north here, this is going to be Williams Road. All of that area there, it's sitting on top of y'all right now. As we get over here, this is the Black Belt Community Health Center that sits right there. It's right on top of there. As we go further north, I'm getting tongue twisted, aren't I, there? It's making its way right into the area there around Gainesville. Swilley's Bend, County Road 21, as we come into this, we're showing some heavier rain there. Pearl Street, as we come to the northeast of there, this is going to be the cutoff. Here's town here at Gainesville here. And as radar just updated there, and it comes across there, putting down some heavy rain across Gainesville. But as we look at this and we back out, the northeast, just barely skirting the outskirts of town. The worst of the weather is just, here's Gainesville here, right across the bridge there is where that's going to be. All of this area here, we've got roughly 3 minutes remaining on this. Now, Epps, y'all are out of the clear. Bolaji, this is going to miss y'all. Utah, this is going to miss y'all. It's going to go to the northeast of there as this moves up here, and it looks like we just got a new one here, and we did. All right, and this is going to last until 5. Opened my mouth too quick on that a moment ago. It is losing intensity, but they have extended it. A moment ago, the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Gainesville, 13 miles west of Utah, moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation. And again, this is all radar indicated as we follow this through here. Flying debris can be with this, dangerous to those caught without shelter. If you're in a mobile home in any of this area, get out now, go to a safe place. If you're in a home and you don't have a tornado shelter, get to the innermost portion of your home. A lot of walls in between you. Don't be anywhere near windows at all. Locations include Bolaji, Union, Gainesville. As we go on, West Green, Snotty, Pleasant Ridge, Mount Hebron, and this will go on through Clinton. This area here is until 5 o'clock. But again, it has lost a lot of its oomph that it had to begin with. Radar indicated. And as we talk about these areas of making absolutely sure that when tornado warnings are issued, you go to your safe place. Make sure to have your place already ready. Most likely we'll lose a lot of power through these areas here when these storms come through. There's a lot of wind involved with it. This is right now at Gainesville as we look at this. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here so everybody can take a look. And again, this is for the Alabama side. The Mississippi side at this point just has light rain. This is our first weather event out of everything that came out of everything that was predicted today, and Alabama gets the first warning that we had. Again, this is right over this area here at Gainesville. This is Fullerton Branch right through here. We've got Chestnut Street, East Fullerton Branch Road, all through there. Downtown Gainesville, this is going to be here where the post office is. That's about where it begins. And the further you go across east from there, from Washington Street, Monroe Street, the heavier this stuff is going to get. Now, this is the river here, right across here. Heavy through there as we cross that bridge right there. If you're crossing that bridge, it's heavy. Mount Hebron, New Mount Hebron, these areas here, be ready for this. Also Crawford Fork, you're in the line of this as it comes across. This area here should end, and it just did. That is at 4:30. This side of the river has expired. This side of the river now until 5 o'clock, and this is where Union sits. It's in the line of exactly where this storm is moving. As this keeps progressing, it gets a little bit smaller as it goes across, but nonetheless, this area here from Gainesville, right at the river there, look at that, all of that rain that's pouring down. Crawford Fork, y'all are in the line of this. If you're in Crawford Fork, seek shelter now. Again, if you're in this area and you live in a mobile home, get out now. Do not stay. It is not safe. Get to your safe place. I've mentioned, and I know a lot of folks think, well, that looks silly, but these helmets do protect you. If your home was to ever be hit, and you have a helmet on, that does protect your head. And I've talked over and over, and it does make sense, of wearing these, I guess you could call them work boots, thick-soled shoes, because if your home is hit, nails are everywhere, and you don't want this stuff puncturing your feet at all. So the thicker sole shoes that you wear during this is the best way to go when you go to your safe place. And again, I know at this point, as you're running out, it would be hard to change all of this and get this. Hopefully you've got your plan set up. Now, we've got this, again, the tornado warning for another 29 minutes as we look at our clock here. And let's go back over what the National Weather Service said out of Birmingham, Alabama. This is Greene County now that has got this, as it continued from Sumter County, Alabama, and makes its way northeasterly from the Livingston area. At 4:22, that was roughly 10 minutes ago. The thunderstorm that was producing the tornado that was over Gainesville, 13 miles west of Utah, Alabama, moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. Again, it's a tornado. It is radar indicated in rotation. Flying debris is mixed in with this. Make sure if you're in the Bolagie, Union, Gainesville, and I assume you pronounce that Mantu. I could be wrong. West Greene, Gina, Snotty, Pleasant Ridge, New Hebron, and Lewiston and Clinton areas. I can pronounce those pretty good. That one made me stumble there. Take cover now. Go to the lowest floor of your home. Stay away from windows. Do not be around anything that's got glass. As this comes about, the old theory of opening up your windows, do not do that so that it would take pressure off your home. That does not help. Stay away from that. Get to that centermost. If the bathroom is the centermost part, get in your tub if you can't go anywhere else. Get in the hall away from this stuff. Duck down and be prepared as this storm comes across. It's a lot of rain involved with this. Let's go here and let me go over here and pull up this, and let's look at our winds that are coming up with this. I've got a button here that I need to pull up. Here we go. Let's go over to Livingston and take a look at this. All right, there's Tuscaloosa. Let's go over here to, there's Pickensville, Carrollton. Here's Gainesville as we look at this. We've got the temperatures here. Let's go down to wind speeds that are going through this area. Roughly 9-mile-an-hour wind speeds. Let's go to gusts that are going through the area right now through Gainesville. You're looking at 20-mile-an-hour gust with the storm as it comes across. With all of this rain, that is throwing rain everywhere with the storm as it comes through there. So we've got a lot to watch there on this Gainesville. It makes its way here toward Union. That's about 21-mile-an-hour gusts that we're getting there also. All these county roads through here, if you'll look at this, that's pretty heavy stuff there. As that wind makes its way there, crossing there from Utah all through here. Pretty steady there. So let's go back over to radar here and take a look here. Let's do a hard update to make sure that we've got the latest there. And just across there, we can start seeing heavier rain starting to build. All right, let's look at this and turn this back on so we can get closer into that. Mount Hebron, if you'll see these, wherever I click this, now they've moved this right across here. This is right across the bridge as we've crossed over there at Gainesville. We're on the other side now. Mount Hebron, you're the eye of this thing that we've got right now. If you're in this area here, seek your shelter. And this is from New Mount Hebron over to Mount Hebron. Been through there many, many times because you can follow this road here all the way to 20. If you live in the Kemper County area, that's all the way a quick way that you cut across to go to Tuscaloosa through these back areas here to get there. We also want to look down here at Crawford Fork. Look at the rain that is coming down on y'all. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is our Alabama side that has a tornado warning this afternoon. A lot of rain coming down with it, and we want you to be safe. Watch yourself in all of these areas here as we track this severe weather. I want to thank our sponsors real quick.
This severe weather coverage is brought to you in part by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Eastgate Tire and Service in Marion, Mississippi, Chet's Paint and Body in Center Hill, SMI Automotive on 22nd Avenue, the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville,
And a big thank you to them for helping out with us as we track these storms, and they help us each and every day there. Big thank you to them. All right, as we go back in, now if you're just tuning in, let's back out and pull up radar now and show everybody what we've got going on. We've got a tornado warning that is just across the line. It looks like we've got another one that's popped up here in Alabama here that's due south of there. As we look at Mississippi, we're showing some light showers moving into the Vicksburg area right now. We've got a little bit falling in between I-20 there, between there and Monroe. That's probably going to be right around the Delhi area. If we zoom in on this here, here's Delhi, Louisiana, right here. Tallulah, right through there. As we come across and go toward here, we're showing some showers. Northern Neshoba County is what we've got here. We've got Decatur. If you follow 15 up toward Philadelphia, you're going to encounter some light rain. All right, let's go out here to the southeast of Meridian here. This is a tornado warning that was issued until 5 o'clock. Let's see here. Tornado warning remains in effect for north central Monroe and northeastern Clark and southwestern Wilcox counties. And again, when I said Clark, this is Clark County, Alabama, not Clark County, Mississippi, due east of the Mississippi line. A few moments ago, about 10 minutes ago, the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Whately, or 6 miles east of Grove Hill, moving at 35 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation, and again, both of these storms are that. Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff, y'all will be in this until 5 o'clock. This is a lot smaller storm that you're dealing with here, and that's until 5 o'clock also. As you look in here in these towns, this is Fulton, Grove Hill. This is Coffeyville, Alabama. Here's Gilberttown. This is Shabuta. If we get our bearings here, we're here in Clark County. We'll come across to Gilberttown, go to Coffeyville, and we just keep traveling east. You're going to come to Grove Hill, and that's about where you need to start paying attention here, from Grove Hill all the way up here to Yellow Bluff and Pine Hill. A lot of farmland, pine trees in this area here. Now let's go back up and look at our storm that we've been tracking here that is just to the east now of Kemper County, to the west of Utah at this point. Now, Utah, y'all are not in this. Uniontown, Alabama, y'all are involved in this tornado warning. We're starting to show some tracks with this storm as we look at this. And let's pull this up and let's see here. The areas that need to pay attention with this storm as it comes across is going to be Lewiston. It will be at you within 9 minutes. Morrow's Grove within 10 minutes. Olaney within 16 minutes. Pleasant Grove in 18 minutes. Kirk Community within 25 minutes. And to Bostic within a half an hour at 5:06. And if you'll look at this is the area that this is traveling here. Traveling almost due north at this point. This is going to go west of Tuscaloosa is what we're looking at. But if you live in these areas, pay close attention, seek shelter now. Uniontown, Alabama, although this comes across here, it's going to skirt the outskirts of Union through there, and this puts y'all in the eye of this. All right, let's move down and look where we've got here of all these storms here as we cross here and go across a few roads here. Again, we've got this until 21 minutes remaining on this. New Mount Hebron, and this is moving relatively slow across this area. This has not been one of these fast-moving storms that jumps out there and just dumps a bunch of rain and travels fast. It's been slowly moving across all this area here. West Green, y'all be prepared for this. Clinton, right here. Now, the storm is down in this area here. This is the front end of the storm. It's going to both of these areas here, from Clinton to West Grove here, over from New West Green, is where the leading edge of the storm is right now. Behind it is going to be tons of this rain coming in from New Mount Hebron through here. All of these roads through here, be prepared, seek your shelter now. County Road 129, County Road 128, anywhere around Mount Hebron there as we follow up. And this is going to be Viola Morgan Road. Viola Morgan Road, I believe, is the name of that. That right through that area there is where the front edge of most of the rain is now. Coming up to West Green, over to Clinton, these areas here, making its way toward Union as it makes its way out of here. Again, this is going to be just to the west of Tuscaloosa as we watch this. Now, all of this area from Livingston, Alabama, all of this is cleared now. Livingston, you're out of the picture of this as it makes its way across here. We'll follow this for a few more minutes as this threat. And again, this is radar indicated. If you're from that area there, be careful. Watch it. This is a second tornado warning that is down here. This includes, and let's just go back over the cities and counties that are involved in this. Tornado warning remains in effect from north central Monroe, northeastern Clark, and southwestern Wilcott counties. That's 3 counties there that we follow here in the edge of Alabama. That's not that far from here. You get over here to Coffeyville, Alabama, through the pine trees. That's just a short distance from you. Coffeyville, you're not in it, but some heavy rains in that area there. As we go down this area here, Pensacola, this edge of Alabama, expect more of this. Mississippi has pretty much gotten off light at this point. We'll watch these areas here to see if any more of this develops and moves across here through the evening hours. And again, most of this, we're going to have a chance of this through about 10 p.m. tonight is what we're looking at. Let me do a update and check and see if there's been any change of an extension of what they're saying on the long term of weather. This is showers possible before 10 p.m., then a chance of slight 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. All of this should be over by 1 a.m. is what I'm looking at as we look at the forecast here. We have another round, don't forget this, coming up on Tuesday night. Another round of severe storms as it makes its way to the area. Possibility that it could be a little bit rougher than we've gotten today. Today has been pretty mild for the Mississippi side of this. All right, let's go back in and go to radar here and zoom back in on this as we got an update there from radar and dig into this here to the northwest of Utah here. Gainesville, Alabama, y'all are clear at this point. Union up in here, Alabama, Clinton, Mount Hebron. This is past New Mount Hebron now, slowly just making its way, dumping its rain all the way through here. This is kind of like a triangle there from West Green down to Mount Hebron over to Clinton. These areas here is the center of this storm. Just across this road here from West Green, we follow. Let's get a closer look at this. And that is not wanting to give me the name of that, so let me update that so it'll zoom in a little bit closer. That's considered the West Green area there also. All right, as we look at this. All right, this is County Road 120 that is included in this tornado warning here. As we continually get the updates, this is slowly moving to the northeast there. The potential of this is radar indicated. Nick Dowell, watching for over there, went to the east of them there, and I believe you'd be in the Epps area, I think is where you would be watching from this afternoon, I think. Trying to make sure we hadn't gotten any other, we hadn't gotten any more updates from Alabama of anybody that is inside of this area here this afternoon. It is still a threat. If you're in this area, seek your shelter now. Be extremely careful with this because you never know with Mother Nature. Something that can be just a thunderstorm can dip down in a moment's notice and become a tornado on the ground and tear up things left and right. So we want to make absolutely sure that everyone in there is aware of what's going on. Northeast of Gainesville at this point, as we go through here, we've got 16 minutes remaining on this storm that is up here near Union, Alabama, northeast of Gainesville. As it comes across this area here, due northwest of Utah, Alabama is where we're at here. All right, let's go back down and take a look at that second tornado warning that we had. This is also until 5 o'clock. And again, this storm here, not near the intensity that we've got going here, right across here from Kemper County and at the Knoxville County line if you go due east of there. As we zoom in here, this is Yellow Bluff, Pine Hill area here, where Fulton, Alabama is. You've got Coffeyville. If you come across from Silas, Coffeyville's due east across here to Fulton. This is where this storm is here. And as you can tell, this is not near what we've got up there. But if you zoom in on this, this is Nettleboro, this area here in Alabama, just to the east of here. And this is going to cut all the way across over here to the Packard's Bend. Y'all are in this warned area all the way up to Yellow Bluff and Pine Hill. Thomasville, Alabama sits here. It's going to be east of y'all and out through here, through the rural route here, through Hessel, Alabama. We've got some the Shepherd, Alabama. Y'all are included in this, as well as Coy, Alabama. Y'all are included in that that warned area until 5 o'clock. 15 minutes remaining on that, and we just got a warning. Let's see here if I can get updated on what we've got here. I've got another. All right, let me see what that was. It flood warning issued. I believe is what that's going to be. At the Pearl River, flood warning at the Pearl River is what just went off. And we'll update here to make absolutely sure that there's not anything else that came up with that I didn't oversee there. All right, here's what we've got here. This is going to include Lauderdale County, a large portion of this. This is a flood warning, as I mentioned. Let me turn this back on where we can see exactly what this says. We have flood warnings, and this now under a tornado watch that was just issued from the National Weather Service. This includes, let's go here, Louisiana. We've got a bunch of counties here through Louisiana that is also included in this. And as we go to the Mississippi side, from Atala, Yazoo, Scott County, we've got all of these areas now that are included in this. And if you'll look at this map here, this is going to go until 10 p.m. tonight. So the National Weather Service is expecting more of this to come as this evening comes across here. As we zoom in, this stretches. Let's turn off radar where you can take a look here of what we've got here. This is where Vicksburg is. It picks up right here just outside of Monroe. And coming into the Vicksburg side of the state, taking in, and let me turn that off so that won't block everybody's vision of what we've got going on here. This takes in Lauderdale County, goes through Newton County, and cuts right on across through here, through Scott County and Winston County, and due north, taking in Starkville. Just shy of reaching Tupelo is what we've got. And that's letting me know that that's a watch, if you hear that in the background there. Taking in a large portion of the Mississippi Delta, and this is going to go east to Tuscaloosa. And if you'll see this red area right here, this is the only, in this new area here, that's a tornado warning, and this red box is also a tornado warning. And again, all of that you hear dinging is notifying that, yeah, something's going on. We have a tornado watch in effect there. We watch that closely. And let me see here. Let me close this out. As we keep going across here, this is as we get into the evening hours, and this we've got this through 10 o'clock, as we talked about that early this morning, that the threat of weather will most likely be through 10. We've got chances of showers after 10, but our biggest threat's going to be through about 10 o'clock tonight. Yeah, it's just firing those off left and right. It don't want to hush, does it? All right, let's go back across here again. We've got light shower starting here. We've got 11 minutes remaining on both of these tornado warnings that have been issued across the Alabama state line. We look at this, and again, if you're in here, we need to have a heads up through 10 o'clock tonight. We are under a tornado watch now through 10 o'clock tonight. All of this area, basically north of anywhere here, starting at Clarkdale, Mississippi, all the way due north toward Tupelo, taking in Stark, Vegas, and these areas here. The Mississippi Delta back over to Vicksburg. We've got it, and just south of Jackson is included in this. Now let's go back to our tornado warning here and take a look here at what we've got going on as we come across. Put that where I can get to that. Still heavy rain. Now the watch box area here with this tornado warning has moved up. This is Utah. This just due west of northwest of Utah here where we've got here. This is Union, Alabama. We zoom in on here. Again, 10 minutes remaining on this. This is West Green here. West Green just outside of the box, sitting on top of Clinton, Alabama at this point is where this is. It travels due north, and we go across here, these areas here. We've got County Road 119, County Road 119 through there. This is going to be County Road 181 as we back out. And look at this. This is Lewiston, Alabama. This is going to go up to Morris Grove, and these areas here is where the watch box area goes up to with this tornado warning, up to Jenna. That's Pleasant Grove over there. Now, again, this is due east of the Meridian area and will eventually make its way toward the Tuscaloosa side there. Let's go back down and look at this. This area here has gotten a lot smaller here as we look at this tornado warning, and again, it's All right, there we go. There, Culpeper, Alabama. You're involved in this, but this is a sort of just a up to Yellow Bluff. There, this area has gotten smaller and smaller. Right now, as we zoom in on this is Lower Peachtree, Alabama. Y'all need to seek shelter anywhere from there to Yellow Bluff to Pine Hill. You've got roughly 10 minutes remaining on that before this tornado warning expires at 5 o'clock. There is a chance that could get extended as well as this one as it makes its way toward Tuscaloosa, Alabama, across that state line as we watch all of this. As we go down the Pensacola area, for those, if you're on the beach this weekend, enjoying yourself anywhere from Mobile on across through Foley, Alabama, as you go through here, it's going to be a wet one for everybody there along the Pensacola Gulf Breeze area, Santa Rosa Sound, Orange Beach area there. Floribama is going to be getting wet if you're in that neck of the woods tonight, taking your vacation. That's going to be a wet one here for a little while there. It'll eventually go out. As we go down here, right here on the Gulf Coast, is a coastal flood advisory. Is one of the ones that popped off a minute ago there, and this is taken in from Beaumont, Lake Charles, and right there in the coast of Mississippi, just due west of Gulfport. As we go up, we follow this. We've got showers, and we just got right there tornado warning. All right, let's dig into this. Now, this is going to be west of us, way away from the Meridian area, and this is going to be until 5:30. So this could be one of those evenings where it gets interesting. Although radar is not ate up with a lot of warnings and thunderstorms at this point, it is causing a lot of tornado warnings to be issued out of nowhere. All right, the National Weather Service in Jackson issued a tornado warning for northeastern Madison Parish in Louisiana, northern Warren County in west central Mississippi, and southeastern Issaquah County in west central Mississippi. A few moments ago, radar indicated a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado that was located over Mansford or near Tallulah. And that's what we looked at, that showers that was in between Vicksburg and Monroe there at Tallulah there. Moving east at 45 miles an hour. Tornado radar indicated. Flying debris mixed in with this. This should be near Eagle Bound around 5:05, Oak Ridge around 5:25. Other locations with this tornadic thunderstorm include Richmond. All right, let's look at this on radar of what we've got here. Again, this is until 5:30 what we've got over here, and this is around the Vicksburg, just due north of Vicksburg. This is not the Meridian area, but something to watch here as we look here. The Vicksburg area, Tallulah, this is back across that state line as it makes its way into the state of Mississippi, and it'll be a little bit there as it makes its way. It's still in Louisiana there, making its way across here around Tallulah. If you're traveling I-20, this is Richmond right there. Tallulah, Louisiana, Inglewood, these areas here, y'all be prepared in there. Y'all need to seek shelter as well. Again, this will come across as it makes its way into the state of Mississippi. In this section here due north of Vicksburg Highway 61, y'all need to pay attention with this here over the next few moments. Again, way out to the west of Meridian, but we do have tornado warnings that are going on at this point across there. And let me go back here, make sure I've got the latest updates on everything that's going on. I want to make sure that we have the absolute latest that happens as we watch this. Okay. 6 minutes left on both of these tornado warnings that are in Alabama. We've got a 5:30 here on the west side of the state of Mississippi. The rest of Mississippi of what we've got at this point is a tornado watch until 10 o'clock tonight. All of this yellow area here, and let's turn this off and where you can see a good bird's eye view of what we've got. You take off all that rain, and it's well to see. Anytime that you see a red square is going to be a tornado warning on this system. If it's orange, it would be a thunderstorm warning. But we've got 3 tornado warnings, 2 that are getting ready to expire in Alabama within 2 minutes. This will be 5:30. It's way away from the east central Mississippi side of things through here. Again, the worst of the storm hasn't made it even into Mississippi yet. It's still sitting there in Louisiana as it makes its way here. We'll watch that for the next few moments. And again, we may have to come back on several times tonight with this as things have just been popping up out of the blue and creating thunderstorms. Northern Mississippi is getting a good bit of showers. This is all of this green is light, but up around Tupelo, we're showing some heavier activity there. We go through Columbus, just north of there, and we get into some heavier rain there on Highway 45 if you're headed toward Tupelo in these areas here. Okolona, Aberdeen, y'all are getting it. Amory, Mississippi, look at the rain coming down through there. Again, not what they're getting here in the edge of Alabama, but nonetheless, still some weather there. A big thank you to everybody who's watching this afternoon. Appreciate you posting comments as we go through these storms this afternoon. Let's see, 4 minutes remaining there on those tornado warnings. Nothing new. Let's go here. And let me see here, make sure we haven't gotten any reports. Let me turn this on so we'll be aware of if anybody posts anything in these areas there. And they're going to carry this on up toward the Tuscaloosa areas you see there. As this expires, they're going to carry on toward the Alabama there, toward Tuscaloosa, the possibility, and they're going to carry that until 6 o'clock tonight there. So these areas here around Alabama, y'all be careful through 6 o'clock. We got tornado warnings there. Nothing, again, that is on the eastern central portion of Mississippi. We've got some light showers starting to pop up. We'll watch it. We'll be back with coverage with all of this. We get into this. Let's look a little bit more local of what we've got. Let's zoom in here and look at our showers here, and then we'll bail back out and take a look at statewide. As we look at this is Highway 19. It's going to pick up here at House right along here. This is where Talbert Enterprises sits as you go north up 19 here, just east of Tucker Community. This is Highway 491 that cuts across and goes through the Blue Mo section and goes into Neshoba Central area. This travels you out to Highway 16, right across the Kemper County line there. Some light stuff, nothing too serious to worry about. I got a text that says rain is entering Mississippi State University area there. Again, we've got a bunch of this rain here associated with this tornado warning that is radar indicated, again, to the west of Tuscaloosa here in these areas here. Again, our towns at the Coker community, Union, Alabama. If you're in that area there, tornado warning until 6 o'clock as it makes its way, and it will cross McFarland Boulevard in between there and Gordo, Alabama, in between now and 6 this afternoon. As we go down, not really showing any rain south of Meridian. So that's good news as we look at all of this area here. All the rain and things have moved out of the area here through Toxie and Gilberttown, Alabama. We still got this small tornado warning that is here that will expire within 2 minutes. This is running out at 5 o'clock. Yellow Bluff, Pine Hill area there. Again, this storm here is not near what we've got north of here that we've been watching here. We've got our first tornado warning in the state of Mississippi tonight. On the west side, if you're just flicking on watching us tonight, this on the west side, due north of Vicksburg. We'll watch these areas here. This is not the intensity of this one. It's still strong here in Louisiana as it comes across Tallulah, Richmond area there in Louisiana is where the storm is at this point. Again, we've already got the warning for Mississippi as we watch this make its way into the state. We've got showers down in Pensacola and these areas here as we watch all of these storms just gradually build this afternoon. They've come out of nowhere, and that's what happens. And again, our threat area, as we talked early this morning of what's going to happen through 10 o'clock tonight, is our chances. Now, it looks with all indications that as we get into Tuesday, that there's a possibility that one could be a little bit more severe than what we're seeing tonight. As a matter of fact, let's go back and pull this radar up and let's look at compare what we've got now to what is going to be coming. This is our area that we're watching here. This area here, all this yellow is the number 2 for tonight. Through 10 p.m. is what we've got here. And they expanded this. Originally, it was right here at the state line, and they went on over into the edge of Alabama with this. And sure enough, it's following right into these areas there that they expanded that earlier this morning. Now, as we go into Monday, let's look at Monday. I don't think it's going to be all that bad. As we look at this, it's going to take our area tomorrow out of it. It'll be north of us. We got some light rain maybe tomorrow, but from Oklahoma City, up to Indianapolis to Louisville, Kentucky there, and it'll be north of Nashville. Clarksville is where that will pick up for tomorrow. So the threat not so bad tomorrow anywhere near the Mississippi side. As we go down, and let's go back into Tuesday now and look what we've got. This is going to be really focusing on Mississippi and Alabama as it comes in on Tuesday. We'll watch it very closely. They hadn't put a timeline on all of this, of the exact timeline that they expect it to be here, but is coming. Again, that's Tuesday is what we're looking at. If you'll notice there, pretty much except for the coast. You get down here to be south of there, it doesn't quite make it to Pascagoula and Biloxi, but due north of there from Hattiesburg all the way up through here to the top of the state, all the way to the state line there, Mississippi is included in that. So be prepared as we get ready for more of this weather as it makes its way into our neck of the woods come Tuesday afternoon. All right, as we turn back to that. And again, this one has just expired there. That tornado warning expired there in Alabama. This is going to carry on until 6 o'clock on this side here as it heads toward just west of Tuscaloosa. This tornado warning here that we've got on this side of the state has not made it into Mississippi yet, but will gradually make its way on the west side there, just due north of Vicksburg on Highway 61 as we watch this storm develop out to our west. All right, I'll be back in just a moment.
This severe weather coverage is brought to you in part by Rick Justice Automotive, North Frontage Road, Meridian, San Marcos Mexican Restaurant, Highway 19, Graphics Guru on B Street, Talbot Enterprises in House, Mississippi, and the Precast Group, Meridian, your storm shelter headquarters.
And again, I thank you to all of our severe weather sponsors that help us out on this each and every time here. We do appreciate y'all. We will watch this as these storms develop. No threat to the east central side of Mississippi at this point. As we look at the big picture, let's look at radar here so everybody can see this. Here's what we've got here at this point here. We got showers all the way up to Indianapolis. As you get down to where you can see Mississippi a little bit better here, from roughly here at Starkville, we pick up with light showers all the way up through Tupelo to the state line. We've got a little burst there south of Tupelo here around the Amory area, Aberdeen area that is heavy rain. Out to our west here, we watch this one tornado warning here around Vicksburg area here, right in there. That's what we're watching there. That is a tornado warning until 5:30, roughly 27 minutes from here. We'll watch this to see where it goes. We'll be back and continue coverage on this. Clay Banks says the wind is cutting buck down here. Wouldn't take much more to make a tornado. Whereabouts are you, Clay? What area are you in? I'm not sure exactly where you're located there, but we do have a lot of gusts with this no matter where we're at. We're expecting 20 mile-an-hour gusts tonight as we look at this through this area here. And as we go into tomorrow, that's going to be continued with this, light rain with this. Again, I'll watch this. I'll be back with more as it is needed. So we're good at this point. We'll watch closely out to our west here. Clay says he's in the Sable area. So Sable is getting some wind there. We don't have the rain at this point. But again, let me reiterate, 10 o'clock. We're expecting all this stuff to develop in between now and then as we watch it come across. We'll be back with more coverage as we watch this South Clarkdale, as he said, Sable area there, yeah. If you've got any questions, feel free to inbox me. As always, when we're live, you can post. We'll do our very best to answer your questions that you've got as it comes about. Right now, there isn't a threat to our side of the state from here to Starkville. Just light rain. The only threat in the state of Mississippi now is coming from this area right here from Louisiana. And it's not as bad as it could be. There's some heavy rain there at Tallulah, but it doesn't have a lot of storm tracks involved with it. It is radar indicated. Doesn't mean that it can't happen. I want to reiterate that. It doesn't mean that a tornado can't drop out of the sky and do some damage quickly. It's radar indicated, and we don't have a lot of storm tracks, which is good. A lot of times when you pop up there, we've got a lot of shear winds coming down with all of this. It makes you very concerned. We'll watch it. If we were to put this on again, 25 minutes remaining on that. But if needed, we'll come back. I'm sure that we'll do some more live updates throughout the evening here as we watch these storms develop and move across East Mississippi and West Alabama. We'll watch that closely. And again, let me say thank you for joining us. We'll be back when needed and break in with live updates as we watch this weather as it comes into our area. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors that make this happen, from Why Not Motorsport, Sports Park, Freeman Tractor, the good folks at Master Flow Plumbing, Red Barn Plant and Produce, the Precast Group, Citizens National Bank. Thank you all to y'all, EMEPA. And we hadn't had any issues with power at this point. We hadn't had enough, but always with these winds, it can, and we'll be checking to make sure that we're up on all of this. Tiffany Blue, we appreciate you as well, her decor center there. Joe and the friendly staff out at Piggly Wiggly, thank y'all. The Farm Supply, Eastgate Tire, Matthew and his friendly folks. San Marcos, had a chance to eat with Chino last night. Always good. Talbert Enterprises, as we go through SMI, Sanders Gas, Graphics Guru, Chet's Paint and Body out in the Center Hill community, Rick Dustis Automotive, and the list goes on of people that bend over backwards to help bring the weather coverage to you in our area. A big thank you to y'all. We couldn't do it without y'all making all this possible. You see their logos up in the right-hand corner of the screen. Support them when you can. Local folks right here. Again, we've got more coverage coming as these storms make their way across Mississippi. We'll watch this out to the west. Thanks, and we'll be back with more coverage here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by